Yo guys, Big Dog Beef. Alright, we are going to do something that, I don't know, may end up being kind of foolish. I don't know. I hope not. But basically what we are going to do is, let's see, move a few things out of the way here. Alright, basically what we're going to do is I am going to essentially Tacticrayola the slide of my brand new XDS. We're not actually using crayons. We are going to use Testors enamel paint markers. I have red and I have white. I saw a couple of videos of this online and how it's done, and I'm just hoping I'm going to be able to do it for you guys. First things first though, let's break the gun down. Move that out of the way. Okay. Alright, slide the tick down, there, and it comes off. We do not need the frame. So stick this over here. We're going to take the barrel and the spring off, because all we need is the slide all by its little lonesome. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we are going to clean the area with mineral spirits. I was unable to locate any mineral spirits, but we're actually going to do the Springfield Armory USA part down here first, just as a test. I just have some regular old paint thinner, and we're going to give that a try. We're going to clean that up first. Grab a little square of paper towel here. Okay. There we go, just a little bit of paint thinner. And we're going to clean. Hopefully you guys can see this okay, you know? It's always a big fat question as to whether you're actually going to be able to see this or not. Alright, so we got that. Clean up a little bit. Let's grab a dry one. Now I should be using probably like a shop towel for this so it doesn't get any stuff in there. But I don't have any shop towels. Okay, here we go. Cleaned up a little bit. We're going to do the Springfield Armory in white. So let's follow the instructions here and shake this up a bit. Now basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the paint pen and we're going to put on a layer of paint. Then we're going to let it dry for about 15-20 minutes. Go over it with some of the thinner to remove the extra. And then see how it looks. Most likely we'll probably need at least a couple of coats. Alright. So let me see if I can get this working here. There we go. I had to get the paint flowing, which I think we did. So now I'm going to turn this way. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not. I apologize, but since I'm right-handed, I'm just going to do the best I can. So basically, we're just going to go over this part here. We want to get the paint into the grooves. So you have to turn it around. Use the other side. We're using an enamel paint, by the way. I'm not using acrylic or anything. And I'm being very careful to keep it out of this groove here, because I imagine if I get it in there, it ain't coming out anytime soon. So and again, I imagine we're going to need a couple coats of this. Alright, there is the first coat, just of there. So, we're going to let that dry for about 15 minutes. When we come back, which in the wonderful world of video editing will take all of half a second, we'll go and wipe it off with some thinner, see how it looks. Alright, and we're back. Alright, this has had some time to dry, so let's get our thinner out here. Let's take the little stopper out there. We're just going to put some more on a paper towel here. Okay, not much. Now we don't want to press too hard. We just want to lightly kind of buff it out, because we don't want to be taking up the paint that's in the grooves. Alright, so there. The good part is that this here has some extra. Alright, let's get rid of that little piece there. I grab another one. So a little bit of stuff on there. Oh, looks like I did go too deep in some of the grooves here, or just didn't let it dry enough. That goes there, which is quite possible. Certainly wouldn't doubt it, knowing the way I work things. Okay. And again, we'll just take a little dry rag to go over it. Alright, well, you can see that obviously I'm going to need a few more coats, but we're definitely getting there. So, alright. Alright, let's grab the white one again. I think that was this one here, wasn't it? Uh-oh. Alright, gloss white. I got worried for a second I grabbed the wrong one. In fact, let me move the one I don't need completely out of the way. Okay, let's go back over this thing again. Hopefully my head's not blocking it here. Now, I'm doing this with enamel paint. You can do it with crayon, grease pencils, that kind of stuff. Let me flip this around and go the other direction. This is obviously going to be a little bit more of a permanent kind of solution, which I'm personally okay with. I don't see this gun going anywhere for a while. And you know, I've done the crayons before, and yeah, I've just never really had a whole lot of luck with them. I mean, they show up nicely and stuff like that, but yeah, they don't last all that long depending on the use. So it's entirely up to you what you want to use. If you just want to try, if you want to do something like this and try it, then yeah, I recommend using a crayon, because then all you got to do is basically, what really works with a crayon is in order to get rid of it if you don't like what you did, hair dryer, toothpick, and a toothbrush, and just kind of scrub it out of there. So, alright, we're going to let that sit a little bit longer this time. So, once again, when we come back, we'll see what it looks like. And we're back. Boy, that seemed like no time at all, right, folks? For me, it was actually about 20 minutes. Alright, so let us, now this is dried a little bit, try and get this off of here. Okay, let's see how well this works. I'm going to swap the thing around. We don't want to keep using the same dirty piece. Alright. Alright, let's grab a dry one. Okay, well, it's still got a little bit of residue in there. So make sure we get, ah crap, didn't mean to do that. Alright, well, what I ended up doing by accident was I got a little bit in the serial number, which I really wasn't planning on, and I just wiped some more out. Alright. Alright, well, oops, geez, the tripod. Well, we're making some progress. Of course, just got to be really careful with getting it all off. Alright, well, we're going to leave it at that. What I'm going to do is I am going to complete what I'm doing. I'll come back and I will show you the finished result. How's that sound? Alright, thanks. And we're back. Alright. as always, through the wonders of video editing, this seems instant to you. What you don't realize, everyone, is that we are now 24 hours later. It took a while. I wanted to let the paint set up and dry a little bit more before going back in and removing the excess. That way it had a little more time to take hold in the grooves. So, plus, I had problems where I was the paint kept coming out of the grooves. I had to keep going back and back and back. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. Let's just show you what we have now. I'm gonna be careful in case it's still wet. All right, there we are, Springfield Armory, USA, and the XDS logo, which I know doesn't focus very well, and I'm sorry for that. I did it exactly like it's done on Springfield's website, with the XD in red and the S, or if you have an M, that's always in white. So I have that there. I have this side over here the same way with the XDS, the 45 ACP and the 3.3. Now I know you're probably looking at this going, well, the colors are a little bit different, it looks a little washed out. Well, that's because when you're wiping it, sometimes the paint ends up along the slide. There's really not much I can do about that. I'm going to try and remove more of it. But then the last piece is this one right here, at the Springfield Armory logo, all done up as well. Well, there we are. I think this, oops, sorry about that. I think this looks really good. I would like to finish it up a little bit more because I don't know if you can see it here or not. You can see that in here it's a little lighter because of the way the paint, when you're wiping it off, kind of fills in than it is back here. So I might be able to clean some of that up. If not, honestly, who's looking that closely at my gun except me? So, if I was Pete from the Armory channel, I would probably be freaking out that it wasn't done perfectly. And that's only because I know Pete is kind of obsessive compulsive in that manner. Anyway, I used the enamel paint, which, you know, if you didn't want to use paint because you're afraid, you can always use the crayons. Like I said, this is affectionately referred to as Tacticrayola. You know, and a crayon, Crayola makes crayons. It's just kind of a, you know, it's like calling a tissue a Kleenex or an adhesive strip a Band-Aid. So along those lines. You can certainly do it that way. It's a little less permanent because that's easily removed with some heat and a toothbrush. This one here, obviously I'd have to use more paint thinner and all that. You know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's take this off of here. Let's go ahead and put this back together again real fast. I'm going to try to be careful here. The paint may still be wet. Really? Come on. And now we'll stick the whole thing on here. And that's what it looks like. Back together again and completed. Well, yeah. Alright, tell me what you guys think. I appreciate if you leave a comment. You know, this is something that anyone can do at home. Just have to have some patience, and which a lot of times is something I'm lacking, and I would have liked to have, you know, done this a little nicer. Except you can see the white throughout there, or it's a little bit lighter, and that does kind of annoy me, but I'll suck it up and live with it. So there you are, folks. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope you like what you were seeing, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.